Renegade X. You are now listening to another episode of The Mind of a Renegade. What is good? This is another episode of The Mind of a Renegade. This is your humble host, Renegade X. Friday, April 9th, we lost a legend. And that legend's name was DMX. Now for those that are not familiar with DMX, his name means Dark Man X. He was a rapper. Some of his songs I grew up listening to. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know what to name this podcast. I didn't know what either to name it. Celebrities are humans, or we lost a legend, but it may have one of those two titles. But what I'm going to do is talk about DMX's life and I'll try to break it down in a psychological way. To the best of my abilities, I will break it down in a psychological way. So let me just go over a brief summary in his life. DMX, he was a rapper that was born in Mount Vernon, New York. He was born on December 18th, 1970, and was raised in Yonkers, New York. DMX had a rough childhood. He was abused by his mother and her various boyfriends. They beat him so bad that he lost teeth and had numerous bruises and cuts on his face. He got kicked out of school at the end of 5th grade and got sent to jail at the age of 7. It didn't get out until he was 14. He wandered the streets to get away from his mother's abuse. He had went through different group homes. And if you do not know what a group home is a residence model of medical care for those with complex health needs. Traditionally, the model has been used for children or young people who cannot live with their families or afford their own homes. People with chronic disabilities who may be adults or seniors, or people with dementia and related aged illnesses. He had to sleep in the bed in cars and stuff like that. So by that short summary, you can tell that DMX had a rough life, especially from his abusive mother and the various boyfriends that she brought home. His mother did some messed up things to him. Here's about 2 details that I remember what she did. One thing that she did, she locked DMX in his room for the whole summer, as if he was a prisoner. The other thing she did, I think she dropped DMX off in the group home and just left him there. Like, literally told him, "You ain't never coming back home." Mind you, she is saying this to a child. Left him in that group home. Her and her daughter just left him. And this is what I see the reason why he had gotten kicked out of school at the end of 5th grade. He was dealing with abuse from his mother. I am sure he had a lot of anger in him and just lashed out on people. Like, he was dealing with a lot of pain. Like, this was messing with him mentally. Not only was he dealing with physical pain, he was dealing with mental pain too. Because abuse is just more than physical abuse. It can also be mental abuse too. Probably was verbally assaulting him and stuff like that. No, before DMX died, he was in a grave condition. During his grave condition, people started to talk about his past in some platforms, and some people, from what I heard, they would either sugarcoat what his mother did or don't even mention at all that his mother abused him in his life. When I heard that stuff, I got mad. It made me sick, because they are trying to sugarcoat what she did. I was like, no, call it for what it is. She abused him when he was a child. and I am going to say something that I know people will not like. This is why I do not like the quote, "Mama knows best." Hey, if you want to listen to the rest of the podcast, go to my Anchor FM. It should be in the description below.